Canada Powered by Women is an organization that advocates for the voice of women during energy transformation. We facilitate bold conversations. We create safe spaces where women can, talk amongst themselves and have understanding that develops through conversation about energy prosperity, economic security, and climate change. So we talk with women that are both in the industry and outside of the industry. And one thing we definitely know is women have real opinions about energy-related matters, about prosperity, business, the social net, safety, well-being. And often what holds them back, actually, is the fear of cancel culture, at least related to the conversations that they want to have. Because if you start to talk about balancing economy and environment, for example, women are concerned about being perceived in a certain way if they care about the economy or finances, and they still care about the environment, but they are concerned about being canceled for their perspectives. So I know that that's a barrier to women expressing their opinions, and they've told us that in our research. Well, Sue Wardell Rose inspires me, and our entire board inspires me because we have women who are running not only oil and gas companies, but oil field services companies or other businesses that are not even related to the energy sector. But Sue inspires me because she really does have a balanced perspective, and she wants women to be part of the conversation. And she works hard, not only with her businesses, but with all of her volunteering and all of the boards that she's on. And she brings a really well-rounded perspective to this whole energy conversation. So I really respect that. I think the way we deal with misinformation is by breaking down barriers and having really balanced conversations. And that sounds really boring and maybe a little bit obvious, but I've been in presentations with hundreds of different people over many months and sat in lots of focus groups. And when people just talk and they start to inform each other, they create trust and they can, express their opinion and they can decide what they think is how they want to change their thinking or not. And we have to allow that and create space for that. Well, we are a member organization. We have about 2,000 members, but we speak for 25% of women in this country through our research. And our research is very methodical and statistically validated, so that we go and we ask women what they think and they tell us what they think. And then our responsibility is to amplify their opinion and to do something with what they tell us. So that's how we work. There are so many people that reach out to Canada Powered by Women from different parts in the country who are in energy-related business. So for example, a woman that works in the nuclear industry in Toronto or in Ontario. So what we do is we just connect women to organizations like ours or others where there are women who are working in the industry, and we connect them, and then they get together and have their conversation to help each other get either into the industry, or if they're coming in for another province or moving around within it. So we try to connect with many women's groups, and anyone that comes in through Canada Powered by Women, we will refer out to others. We just did a national survey where we talked to 1,200 women across the country, and that was proportionate to population. And what women have said is that they're being pushed beyond their financial capacity, and they really connect the dots between economic prosperity and a thriving energy sector. And they are not willing to give up the resource and revenue that comes from a thriving energy sector or to make it up with personal taxes. So they're saying that they're willing to make trade-offs. In fact, 78% of them have said that they will not sacrifice their standard of living for climate. So what they are looking for, though, is balanced conversations. So I feel that solutions and solutions-oriented dialogue is what's needed, and it's really encouraging that that's what women across the country want. The engaged women in our survey feel that the carbon tax isn't working. More than half of them, 52%, say that the carbon tax hasn't actually changed their behavior. And really what we took away from that is women also said in our survey, though, they're willing to do things differently, but not because of financial pain. So we don't think the carbon tax is coming through as an incentive that's working for climate reduction. And engaged women are saying that they're just not willing to be financially pushed beyond their capacity. So they don't think the carbon tax is working. I think that we just need to keep having continued balanced conversation. And unfortunately, what you see in the narrative and in the media is that it's so polarizing, but our surveys show that women have a lot of common ground and a lot of unity on what their priorities are. And it's not actually as polarized as it's coming across. So they want economic prosperity, energy security, and climate in that order. And that is the same in every province in our country. So I think that we need to start focusing on our common ground and our unity, and that can also help us abroad. You can get a hold of us at our Canada Powered by Women website, and I'm also on LinkedIn, Tracey Bodnarchuk.